Now, as we all know, the MLB offseason has been going on for a few months now, and there are some MLB teams who are looking good to watch in 2021. How is everybody doing today? It's Sports Huddle back with another video. Today, I'm going to go through 4 MLB teams that will be interesting to watch in 2021. Before I start this video, I would just like to say that this is all in my opinion. So if I put something on my list that you disagree with, don't get offended by it, because this is all in my opinion, and these are the 4 teams that I think will be interesting to watch in 2021. So if you disagree with something, instead what you can do is you can let me know 4 teams that you think will be interesting to watch in the upcoming season. Also, I know this is coming out way too soon, but I think we should all at least start talking about this topic. But anyways, let's not waste any time, and let's get right to it. Coming in at number 4 is the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, the Tampa Bay Rays had a great season last year as they won their division, had the best record in the American League, and made the World Series. But unfortunately, in the World Series, after a questionable move by their manager Kevin Cash to take out Blake Snell after the incredible start he was having, the Rays would fall to the Dodgers. But then the offseason came, and the Rays GM Eric Neander made a very odd and confusing move, trading away Blake Snell to the San Diego Padres, who was their ace. Let's take a look at that trade and see what the Rays got in return. The Rays sent Blake Snell to the Padres in exchange for Luis Patino, Cole Wilcox, Francisco Mejia, and Blake Hunt. Now, Luis Patino balled out in the minor leagues for the Padres, but in 2020, when he played with the Padres, he had 10 appearances and 1 start with a 5.19 ERA. After that, nobody they're getting in return is that good. Francisco Mejia has been in the league since 2017 and has improved much. Blake Hunt is an average catcher, as his minor league stats aren't the greatest. And Cole Wilcox did pitch well in 2020 in the minor leagues, but before that, he wasn't really the greatest. In my opinion, I think it'll be interesting to watch the Rays this year, because we'll see how the Rays will do without having their ace. I think it will definitely affect them, but we will see how it will affect them in the long run. Coming in at number 3 is the New York Mets. It was definitely intriguing news for Mets fans when they found out that Steve Cohen was the new owner for their team. From what it's looking like, Cohen is ready to give the Mets the pieces that they need. For example, the Mets have already signed Trevor May, who will help out the bullpen, and James McCann, who will be a good mentor for Wilson Ramos. It has also been told that the Mets are interested in George Springer, who will not only help the lineup, but his glove isn't so bad either. They are also interested in Japanese pitcher Tomoyuki Sugano, who had an incredible career with the Yomiuri Giants. And of course, there's the Bauer rumors. Now, what the Mets really have to do is to turn all those thoughts into reality. Imagine having a rotation where your first 3 pitchers in the rotation are Trevor Bauer, Jacob deGrom, and Noah Syndergaard. Also, having George Springer in that lineup would be amazing. Steve Cohen is a rich man, and he has the money to sign 2 All-Stars at least. It will be interesting to see how the Mets will do. They haven't made the playoffs since 2016. Let's see if next year they can make a playoff push. Coming in at number 2 is the Chicago White Sox. The Chicago White Sox really showed a lot last year. They went 35-25 and made the playoffs, but sadly got eliminated. Now, there's a lot of players who showed a lot of talent last year for the White Sox. There was obviously the MVP, Jose Abreu, Eloy Jimenez, Tim Anderson, and plenty more. Now, those 3 guys I mentioned were really good, but one guy that I had in mind was Luis Robert. Now, towards the end of the season, Robert was on a cold spell as his average was dropping. However, this was just his rookie year, and he balled out. All those home runs, incredible plays, and moments were all in his rookie season, which means that if year 1 was like that, then year 2 will probably be even better. All Robert has to do is to not drop his average that much. Besides that, in my opinion, he looks really good. All he has to do is to keep it up. The White Sox also have pretty good pitching. Dallas Keuchel and Lucas Giolito both pitched very well last year in the rotation. For the bullpen, people like Alex Colomé and Evan Marshall pitched very well. The White Sox do look good for 2021. We'll see how it all turns out. And finally, coming in at number 1 is none other than the San Diego Padres. I think we all saw this coming. Where do we even begin with the Padres? I think we could start off by saying how well they did in 2020. They made the playoffs for the first time since 2006. Their lineup was a killer. Remember the saying, the slam Diego Padres? Well, that was because of the lineup that was capable of hitting 4 grand slams in 4 consecutive games. Their pitching was also really good. People like Dilson Lamet and Chris Paddock killed it. They also have an up-and-coming stud named Mackenzie Gore. All of that is good, right? Well, what if I told you they can be better than this? What if I told you that they can acquire not 1, but 2 all-star pitchers in under 24 hours, without giving up anything? That's crazy. Well, that's exactly what happened. The Padres not only got Blake Snell, which we already discussed that trade, but they also got Yu Darvish. Let's talk about that trade. The Padres got Yu Darvish and Victor Caratini in exchange for cash considerations, Zach Davies, Owen Cassey, Ismael Mania, Reginald Preciado, and Yason Santana. Now, starting off with cash considerations, Yu Darvish has 3 years left in his contract, where he'll be paid $60 million. And not only do the Padres have to pay for that, but according to NBC Sports, they said that the Cubs are quote-unquote eating some of that salary. Next up is Zach Davies. Now, Zach Davies pitched very well in 2020, but if I had to choose between Yu Darvish and Zach Davies, I'd probably go with Yu Darvish. Don't get me wrong, Zach Davies is a great pitcher, but comparing him to Yu Darvish, I think we all know who to go with. For the prospects, to sum it up with one short sentence, they got some 17, 18-year-olds who haven't proved anything in the minors, except for Yason Santana, who barely proved anything. The Padres won this trade and the Blake Snell trade, in my opinion. They also are looking really good for next year. We will see how it all goes. That is going to be it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. I hope you all had a great New Year's Eve. I will see you all next time. I'm out.